incredibly proud of the resiliency of it. Now, as I go to school, high school just south of Flint, that's the next one. Because they got the hell beat out of them too, man. But boy, oh boy, having been born and raised in this area and knowing how brutal it was.
That baby begs to differ.
Yeah. Well done.
And you know, and give it up for Detroit.
I wanted to say, I went out to dinner with a fan who came to see me in 1965 here. I just want to share what he wrote. My family used to have a television show called The King Family. We toured around the country.
A little show.
And yeah, he says, here is a Detroit story Alice, that's my mother, told me. During the latter tours, the King family played one of the Grand Ole Theaters there. I remember it was a sellout. The sisters, that's my mom and her sisters, were thinking Detroit would be the grand old place it was in the past during the big band days. But it was then in total decline. None of the favorite eateries. They went to Hudson Department Store, soon to be imploded. On the street, a guy started bugging your mom to buy a hot diamond. She was traumatized. Glad her son is seeing the city now that is so revitalized.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
So happy about Detroit.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys know, but Rob got a chance to throw out the first pitch at a Tigers game on Thursday morning. How about that?
Wow! Each didn't read Detroit sports. The Tigers sucked this year, but c'est la vie. However, I got to throw out the first pitch, and yes, I got that damn thing to the pitcher in the air over the plate.
Yes!
And interestingly, having been still a deeply committed Red Wings fan, do you know that to this day, when I cut my finger, I still bleed red?
To this day?
Yes.
Wow.
So how about those liars? Well, that's okay. They're playing tonight.
Oh, wow.
I'm all about, pure Michigan, baby.
Hey, and folks, these microphones here, they're lonely. They're by themselves. Get behind them.
Ask a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Ask a turtle.
Ask a turtle. Welcome. What's your name?
Well, you probably know by now. It's Joe. These guys are always Borderline Man. They've been here before.
I've seen you.
Borderline Man.
All right. So, what was the process of coming up with the voices for each character?
Cameron, you start.
Oh, fine. I'm sorry, I was on a little campcation just then. Well, we all auditioned for all the characters. In fact, last week, Townie had an original. Townie has never thrown anything away, and he has the original audition copy that had a little picture of each turtle with a little breakdown. You should start bringing that to the shows to show folks.
Pretty cool.
With what they were expecting from each of the turtles, character-wise, and we all read all of them, and then did we have callbacks? There must have been, right?
But I do know that
Usually there are. Everybody in town read on it, and then they probably narrowed them down.
there was a point in which you and Townie, they weren't sure which one of you would be.
Well, yeah, we were cast, but they knew that Barry and Robbie were going to play their parts, but they were going to toss a coin as to whether Townie and Cam were going to do Leo or Mikey. And
I don't remember callbacks, but there must have been there because that's the pattern.
Yeah.
So Townie told them that when we got to record, and the director, Stu, just kind of said, okay, well,
Yeah, so at our first session of this 5-part miniseries we were doing to see if this show even had legs and would get picked up somewhere, Barry was Donatello, of course, Cam was Raphael, but
Cam was never Raphael.
But still, Rob.
That's all right. I've been called worse.
So we were at our first session, and Stu Rosen, our voice director, said, Tommy, why don't you do Michelangelo first? Cam, you do Leonardo, and then we'll record it that way once, and then we'll switch and record it again, and then make our decision from that point on. After that first record, I asked Stu if he wanted us to switch, and he was preoccupied with something else that was going on. said, no, just leave it the way it is. It's fine.
There you go.
And that was it.
And I was really disappointed. I don't know if I told you that because I wanted to play Mikey.
Yeah, and I
to have the Toyn Cost come down with me as Leo, it was like,
but you were
I'll
the
get another
leader.
chance.
You're the leader. You're
the straight man part of the expression.
How did you decide what each character was going to sound like? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah. And as far as you asked about the process, right? I talked. That's all I did because it's just me. I'm the luckiest voice actor in the world because I just get hired to do my voice, and I have to not do a whole lot. I kind of have a high version of my voice, a low version of my voice, and that's about it. And not like these guys who can, just contort their vocal cords in ways that I can't believe.
Well, Barry goes from bunny to bebop.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right. You did control your voice. You're bebop.
Yeah. You can't drink it slow. Yeah.
But then do a little bebop.
Bebop is yeah.
And Cam is rock steady.
That's right.
Yeah.
What was that voice person again?
Oh, that was awesome.
And mark my words, when it comes to the Lions, it will not happen right away, but Matthew Stafford will break the curse of Bobby Lane.
Thank you. I'll take it.
I correctly predicted the Red Wings 2002 Stanley Cup and Darren McCarty's return.
Great. Well, I'll take it. Thanks, pal.
Thank you.
Thanks, Morty.
Hi, Ben. Hi. Ben went to my high school in Grand Blanc, Michigan.
Oh, wow.
He's a fellow Bobcat. Nice to see you, pal.
Yeah, nice to see you too, Rob.
Thank you.
That was so casual. I loved it.
Nice to see you too, Rob. Shut up. It's my question.
Yeah, exactly. It's Rob's question. Yeah, of course. Anyway, Rob, it's about one about your connections between the '80s show and the 2012 one of their reboots. How is it that you just at one point you were Raphael, but then later, years later, now you're Donatello?
How did that happen?
I left the business, basically. No,
Barry wanted to.
I'm kidding.
No, it was firstly an absolutely unexpected turn of events. I was very happy and proud to have been with my brothers here and part of what has turned out to be this. That's plenty for many actors who never get this kind of shot. Then I learned a lot, and I continued to. When I got the call from my agent, I was actually working Nickelodeon on something else, and the company which owns Nickelodeon, Viacom, bought the whole franchise, Lock, Stock, and Turtle Band in 2010, I think. And I got a call and said, the folks are doing a new Ninja Turtles, and I can come in and audition for the show. And I was almost a victim of my own agent, because at the time I was, I think, in my mid-50s. And I said, well, do they know who I am? And not out of arrogance, just that I didn't want to get there, and have him go, oh, shit, that's right, he was Raphael. Well, he's here, let's throw the old guy a bone. What I forgot was that the people who were in charge of making it were now 30, 35. And so they just, like not only the Turtles, but they liked Pinky and the Brain, and whatever. So they said, we would love to have you come in and audition for Donatello if you wouldn't mind. I said, no, I wouldn't mind at all, but as long as you're sure you really want me.
Well, they also told you we offered it to Cam Clark.
Right.
And you turned it down.
He turned it down. We offered it to Barry, but he had too many zeros in the And Townsend was just too busy being handsome. So I was grateful. I went and read, and I've told Barry this before, but I did ask the producers, I said, look, if Barry is being considered for this, then I would never, none of us would ever either undercut or try to snake the game away from a fellow actor, let alone almost like relatives, let alone Ninja Turtles, They said, no, it's nothing personal. We just thought, you've done Jimmy Neutron and things, so we just figured we would like to see, and I got the job. But I was almost a victim of me going, I can't do something. Yeah. And it reminded me that nobody gives a shit what I look like.
Language. It's the voice that we got a puppet in the audience.
wanted me to, like it was basically a younger, nerdier version of Raphael. And nobody to this day has had a problem with that, which speaks to the fact that the producers knew exactly what they were doing. They utterly understand the ethos. They are you. They're deeply committed Ninja Turtle fans. And so I trusted them, and Sean Astin was Raphael, Seth Green was Leo, ultimately, and Greg Sipes, who you guys know as Beast Boy, was Mikey. So it was great.
But you really did something significant in turtle history, because you, I believe, are the only person. I'm not sure about the live action, so I won't talk about the live action. But as far as all of the animated versions, you are the only person that did two.
I think I am.
You are,
And had a scene
and
with
because
yourself.
it was
Yeah.
always their
Often
thing.
says that
It was
way.
always Kevin's thing. It was always their thing. That every new iteration would have a new set of voices.
Which also, by the way, Ben, we all had that discussion, and you don't remember, but you probably don't either because you were born in 1990.
99.
99, whatever. But when the first Turtle movie came out, we all kind of, I don't know that we assumed, but the show, obviously,
I did.
Yeah, was a big deal.
Yeah.
And so we kind of thought, oh good, we're going to do a movie. No. And it was a different set of producers, it was their money, but it was a really interesting experience to understand that the characters, folks, remember, the characters are famous. We don't draw them.
That's right.
We don't write them. And it was a really great opportunity to keep your ego in check. But we get the last laugh.
And people will come up to us, though we've had a number of people who say, Cam, how come you didn't do the first movie? I'm like, because nobody asked me.
Right. But still in all, people ultimately get to the point where they have these incredible, deeply committed memories, and they share them with their children and often grandchildren of this.
Great-grandchildren.
And so it's been remarkable. Thanks, Ben.
And to continue it, Rob is also the voice director of the Grand.
Oh, the new one, yeah, the new one called Rise on TMNT. I direct that show, and I think it's because I'm the person with the most turtle DNA in Hollywood. Go figure.
Oh, good. One more word. Two, actually.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Turtle power!
Yeah, excellent. Good job. Well done, Al.
Hi, I'm John. Kind of got two questions, one for Rob and one for the rest of the Turtles. How many hours of memorizing did it take for you to do that Nations of the
Every
World song?
How many what?
How many hours of memorizing for the United States Captain?
Because you did it in one take, right?
I did it in one take, but it was not memorized. It's not nearly as impressive as it sounds. Look, we live in LA, man. You could throw a dart and hit a good singer in LA. You can't throw a dart and hit somebody who can write that stuff. And the credit really does go to Randy Rogel. And just as we all know, we've been performers forever. Cam even wrote his own one-man show. If you don't have a good script or a good lyric or a good stuff, you got nothing. Now, I'm good at my job, but I shouldn't be. I had the music in front of me and I rehearsed it for a few days. And yes, we did it in one take. But I submit that it's about the music. It fits together so beautifully. It's 4 separate chunks of the globe. Randy is a profoundly gifted fellow. And so thank you for your kind words, but it's about the writing.
And for everyone else, at what point did you realize how huge the show or the franchise had gotten?
So, I guess we realized it when we moved probably from Metro Media to CBS.
And by the way, that's
because-
unusual. It usually goes a show
Right.
is a big hit on the network and then goes to syndication.
And the fact that we were big enough, to get a Saturday morning slot really surprised us. But I don't think we came close to understanding the impact of this show. I didn't until a few years ago when I started to do cons. And when you meet the fans and you realize what an impact the show has had, it's mind-blowing. It really is.
We would occasionally get fan letters brought to us by the producers at our recording sessions. And so we had a little bit of feedback from you guys as kids or young adults back then, but really didn't have any sense of the real impact that the show was having until, like Barry said, we started doing these cons and meeting you guys face to face.
In fact, Tammy would say to me, because I said, Cam, dude, we gotta, everybody loves the turtles, and I love doing these events. You guys got it. And Cam, bless his heart, because he's so Cam, he says,
So Cam, it's a new sitcom on
yeah.
CW.
But he's Annie. Anyway, and he would say, nobody cares, Rob. We just, and I said, no, Cam, they really do. And it's been such not only incredibly fun for us all to be together, but I remember first a few of these, and I looked over at Cam, and he would be looking at me like, because his line was like out the door, and he would just be going, oh my God. And it is, isn't it? It's mind blowing.
Also because, to answer your question, if this had been some hit sitcom with our faces, we couldn't walk down the street. But so we did, when Mary says it wasn't until the convention circuits, we started doing those that we got an idea, because at the time, even though it was a raging hit, we were recognizable, so it was just like, it's not like people are chasing you down the street.
Which is a segue into a story, I would think.
Oh, yes.
All right. You all have heard this 1,000 times.
Go on.
Oh, don't make me tell it. All right.
This was after the show became a bit of a hit.
Knowing we knew because of our pickups and, getting to do more episodes, everything was a hit, and you'd start seeing all the merchandise everywhere. And there's a little kid in line in a theater that I was going to the same theater, and a little kid bigger than this, 7, 8 years old. He had a turtle baseball hat and a t-shirt and the shoes, and even had his little plush turtle, in his arms. And I said, I'm going to give this kid a thrill. I'm going to tell him who I am. So I walk up to this child. I could get arrested now. And I lean down to this little kid, and I have to give you the visual because it just makes it all the more horrific. So here's this little, you be him.
Oh, by the way, everyone give it up for Rochelle, our ASL translator.
Anyway, so there's this little kid, and he's got an ice cream, and he's literally doing the. And I lean down to this kid, and I say, so you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles, huh? And he looks at me, and he goes, uh-huh. And I said, well, guess what? I'm Leonardo. Oh, yeah? And I'm Donatello.
Isn't that great?
I'm not, that's so cliche, but it really happened. And so then I'm like, okay. I'm gonna go get in line for Jurassic Park. And don't tell your mother I stood this close to you.
Boy, Cammy.
That was perfect. Give it up
Thanks
for
for asking.
Thank you for your question. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
My question is, well, I have a few, but can you all still do the voices after all these years?
Oh,
Like,
sure. Yeah,
in the-
my
in the-
voice,
I can do mine.
Case in point.
And
I say things like, Shredder, you tin-faced geek! Get back here and taste cold turtle steel!
that actually kind of brings me into my second question. What are some of your favorite lines from the show?
Oh, gosh.
Cameron's got one.
As your fearless and yet boring fearless leader, I got to say almost every episode, we've got to think of something. Join me, won't you?
Yeah. Fast! Yeah.
Yeah, and anytime Mikey got the chance to talk about pizza, he was
Cowabunga.
in heaven. Yeah,
And I didn't have any catchphrases. So I was like, but usually what I said had something to do with a transductional sine wave generator. I gotta fix that.
Translate that.
Fast.
Transduction.
How about that?
How about that?
She sprained her wrist.
It's so funny that you have that power over talking about like 30-year-old men and stuff. I literally saw that one guy. You over there in the red hair. You literally went.
Listen, listen. A few years ago, when we were premiering the 2012 TMNT at New York Comic Con, there was an episode called Transdimensional Turtles, in which we got to meet the new turtles. And
you got to talk to
I got to talk to myself. This time I get paid for it, I talk to myself all the time. But it was exactly what you said, Dan. It was just glorious and heartwarming. 3,000-ish people in this giant room, big screen, and when the lights came up, there were a lot of young men and women in their 30s who were doing this. It was fabulous because it just got right in the feels, man. And that's another one of those examples where I thought, oh my God, these characters are profoundly, deeply important to people. Way bigger than an action figure, and that's what the most wonderful aspect of this whole experience is.
At our last show, or 2 shows ago, we were talking about this, I don't know whether with you or no, before that, out of town. And I was talking to one of you guys about it. These 3 big strapping, like football player guys walk up, and one guy comes up and just tears are streaming down his face.
Fantastic.
Oh man, this is so good. I'm really just drunk, but I'm so I wouldn't be crying if I wasn't so drunk. But it was hilarious. I mean, he's feeling it, but he's also like, he's this big brute of a guy, and I've been drinking.
He's like, boat salt, did I embarrass myself?
Yeah.